Give the other 50 to your son. Let him start his mustaqbal. Let him start his hayat. Imagine if we did that instead. How much more beneficial would that have been?
Now, just from that point, what we were talking about was if we were to come together and say we have X amount of people looking to get married within the next 2 years, right? You're not going to get a deal on if you go to that guy and make a deal.
Well, we already have the schedule's already there. For the next 16 months, you have a schedule who's getting married.
Exactly.
So it's a done deal.
Okay, so we were talking about finding a centralized location, or finding just in general centralized location, something like that. That's very important, and we're gonna have. Of course, we're gonna talk about that in the future. Just that's on the what and the why that we're here. Now it's how we're gonna get to these goals. How we're gonna get this off the ground and really make it work for us. One of the things that one of the ways that we're gonna make sure that something like this works is gonna be through social events, through picnics, through meetings like this, through sport events, anything like that. I mean, anything to get us together. That's how we're gonna make it work. You know, we don't necessarily have to come together in a specific. I mean, we want to come together in a specific location, but it doesn't have to be the main topic, if that makes sense. So essentially, if we have a picnic, we can talk about whatever we need to talk about, and still have fun with our families, and still have the kids interact with each other, and still have our youth involved into our community. So we want to make sure that we build on that. So we want to make sure that we schedule our local events with each other. We schedule sport events with each other. I mean, we play basketball, football, softball, anything. You play anything, volleyball, whatever it is. It does not make a difference, but let's do it. Whatever we do, let's do it together. That's what really makes it. That's what really makes a difference, and that's what we really want to do. And then that's part of just the activities. The next thing is we want to make sure that we're building a better relationship with each other. You know, it really makes a big difference. I mean, like I was telling you earlier, we live 50 miles apart, 40 miles apart, and we go to Aras, and you don't know half the people there. You've seen them before, but you can't put names to faces. Or you don't know which person, I mean, who's Hamula they're from, what name do they carry. You don't know who they are, but you know they're related to you. That, I mean, you don't. You really don't.
You don't even know faces.
Next meeting, maybe be like or something like that. Just like have your name and then what family you're from. So it'll be easier for people to remember. You know?
Exactly.
I think another thing we want to work on, which is part of the directory, I think the best way we're going to do the directory is probably online. Link it online and also link the directory to a family tree.
Because you have the
one of the things we want to do
update.
is we want to get the population of how many Hanina are out here, and break it down with Hamula, you know, fathers and grandfathers and all that. We also want to get the amount of people that live out here. And then we want to create a nice family tree at the same time too. So we know our roots, we know where we came from. You know, one of the things that we don't know. We don't know after our great grandfather, we don't know who's after that. Some people do. You know, some people most don't.
One of the biggest things, I mean, you can go to a cemetery, you see your great grandfather's name on there, and you're like, okay, he's related to this person. Now you start to put one and one together, and you start to find out where your roots are. Now what we need to do is we need to put that online. We need to put that on paper, so we know. I mean, right now it's almost not necessarily a mystery, but it's something that we need to put together. So the next generation, the generation after that, they're not lost. You know, they know where we came from. And it's not just, oh, we're from Sacramento. No, we're from Beit Hanina. That's where we're from. And this is how we came. This is who we're related to. This is our ancestors, and this is how we got here. You know,
just put
so that's very,
picture
very
project.
important to us.
Okay. Yeah, it's right. Picture project.
The next thing is, like we said, we want to make sure that we bank on us, you know, on our resources. I mean, on the youth, just us, just our generation, and then the next generation. We have, like we said earlier, we have all the resources at our fingertips. We really do. I mean, let's utilize that for us. Let's utilize that for our benefit. It's only going to make us better. what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're really involving the youth to make sure that we're taking the leadership to another level. We're taking this big task, and we're going to make sure that it gets off the ground and it really works out to the way that we want it to. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a solid foundation. We have the administration into place, and we're going to go over that. We're going to go into the members, how it's going to break down, the qualities that we're looking for, and then see if you guys are open to that. See if you guys want to take on that challenge. We're going to be electing us. This type of organization is essentially everything is going to be voted in.
Boards? How they give you like 2 boards?
Yeah.
Is the older board, are they equal to the first, to a younger board, or are they just strictly advisory?
Well, it's going to be a mix of the two. So you're going to have...
Because I don't want it to be like a full, that's Khali and Ammi and this, and of course they supersede me in life before anything, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Are they strictly advisory board, or are they the... You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have a board of members
from advisory board to, you know what I'm saying? Because these are my uncles. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have a.
I don't want to say if my uncles, we gotta like do.
Yeah, you can't disrespect. We can't say, oh, you're wrong. But
no,
you gotta
because
say,
these are my uncles. No, because there's OGs and
here. Did you guys hear that? No laying smack us down on us youngsters. What we want to do?
No, we didn't say that.
Right.
Are they more advisory?
But they're not. They may not be modern. They may not be up to today's day.
Because they're a lot more.
Right.
They got a lot more knowledge. They've owned businesses. They went through their lives. They got
pass on the knowledge that we have from the past to
So
you guys.
We don't have that information yet.
So with the two committees, you're gonna have the board of directors, and then you're gonna have the advisory board of directors. So the advisory board is just that. They're gonna advise they're gonna be advisors, but they're not necessarily the decision makers, right? So they're more to supervise the situation more than you're gonna do this and whether you like it or not. No, that's why we have a group of 9 advisories. We have a group of 9 members, and then each member has a group of 5 people below them.
9 board members.
No, it's 9 board members.
9 board members, and then a group of 5.
There's a reason why there's 9. You have to have odd numbers because anything that happens has to get voted in. And when you have the odd number, it's either going to be yay or nay, And then from that, you're gonna essentially look at the advantages and the advantages and disadvantages, and it gets voted in. That's how it's gonna work. So it's not gonna be like, okay, yeah, I know that's Ammi, yeah, that's Abuya, but I'm gonna still state my opinion, and then we're gonna get everybody's opinion, see the advantages, disadvantages, and then here's the outcome. Okay? So the advisory board is more to give advice as opposed to make a judgment. It's going to be a mix. The board of directors is what's going to happen.
Majority vote.
Yeah, but the advisory board is more of the.
All they're going to do is advise from their past experience, what they believe. But let's say the 9 board members are not with that. They don't have
the board of directors. They'll make suggestions to the board of directors. Basically, just advisors. But they're not decision makers. They will not be making the decisions. The board of directory.
No. Advisory board will make the decisions.
That's what I said.
The board of directors
will make all the decisions for this organization. Period.
So really, the advisory board is going to be it's probably going to be 50 plus. Ages 50 plus. But the board of directors,
the OGs,
more
OGs,
sure of us.
Everybody, do us a favor. While somebody's talking, right? This is the problem that we have. No, we're not. That's not how it works. You gotta do this right. Don't do it.